Magic Makers. I'm Mombierella.
And I'm CJ Peterson. Welcome to Magic Making Mischief. Get your wands to the ready because we solemnly swear we're up to no good. Well, we've had fun over the last few weeks and we're trying to catch everybody up on the fun. We're going to be talking about KimoKawaii today. Before we do, Mombi, how was your week?
My week has been great. It's insane right now because like this is the quiet time. But did I talk about the concert last time?
No.
Okay, so I couldn't remember. I'm losing track of my days right now. So we got to go to this concert on Friday. That was last Friday, right? Wow, my brain is like
date night. Yeah.
So we got to go to this concert called it was James Rivera's Metal Wave Extravaganza at Black Magic Social Club in Houston. And here was the funny thing. So they made the new music video, Metal Wave made the new music video there, Black Celebration, and the place looked big. I was thinking it was much bigger. We get there, we passed it twice trying to find it because it was in this tiny little strip, and we finally find it. I go inside and I'm like, it's one big room. And I'm just like, but it's not like a big. I was like, this is way smaller than I thought. They did a really great job with that camera work because it looked so much bigger in the music video. And like, we get in there, I'm like, wow, this is gonna be snug. Okay. But it was a great concert. I met Apex Fallen, which is kind of like hardcore metal, like Pantera style. And I don't want to say screamo, but it's like it's very loud. Kind of if you're not into it, I mean, but if you do like heavier music, they were really great. I got to do a little interview with them and I shared that recently. Then of course, like there was Shining.
Did you post the video of you dancing?
Not yet. Okay, so I love Hellstar and Metal Wave both actually, which is kind of a connection there because of James. But they did all these songs that were like covers, and it was members from Hellstar and James Rivera, aka Vampiro, and I really loved the music. They did some of my favorite songs, and yes, okay, so I what do they call it? I was vibing, and so like I'm really into the music. Just like my husband's back here with the camera because I forgot all about the camera. I was that into it, and that says something right there. Because I'm always the one with the camera, but I'm up here, and all of a sudden he shows me this video after, and I'm like, oh gosh, is that me? No, delete it. He's like, no, we're not deleting it. You have to share it. I'm like, my gosh. So yeah, I don't think I'm allowed to. I'm not allowed to vibe anymore. Okay.
You need to share it. It was cute. Before I forget though, Vincent, American Scouter, says hi. Hi, Vincent. But no, it looked like you were having fun and you're enjoying the music. I still think you should. It's kind of like when I'm kind of inching you to actually sharing mistakes and bloopers.
Yes, and this is one of those ones that I'm more iffy about. Like if I think it's funny, I'm more prone to want to share it. But like this one, it's kind of like one of those things. I'm just like, that's not what I meant to do.
You're enjoying the music. I think it was cute.
So I want to share some of the rest of I want to share some of their part of the concert stuff, and I might put that in there. I'm trying to figure out. Okay, so be patient with me. I'm working on it. I've still got some stuff from KimoKawaii too, so that's.
You can split it up. I mean, you don't have to have it completely focused on your dance. Kind of like split it up a little bit, like a flash here and a flash there.
That's true. I might just like I'll put because we didn't get everything from that night. We got pieces from different songs. They did War Pigs from Black Sabbath. They did Holy Diver from Dio, and some of the other ones that were like really good. But those were some of my favorites that they did. So it was cool. It was fun. It was a lot of fun though. Yeah. So then it was Father's Day weekend, so that was good. I think this was probably one of the best ones that we've had because usually I don't know about y'all, but like Mother's Day and Father's Day for some weird reason are usually some of the worst days for the mother or the father. I don't know why. Like Mother's Day, I'm just like, oh no, not again. I know it's gonna be terrible today. I don't know why. You'd think it's one day that you'd be like, this is my day I get to be queen, and it's like this is my day that I'm gonna feel like I wish it would just be. Why? I don't know.
That is so sad.
It's like the worst day of the year. I don't know what it is. Okay, tax day is the worst day of the year. Okay, it's close.
There's a few others that are kind of not great. Yeah, we've been in the hospital since Wednesday with our daughter. So Father's Day was spent in the hospital. But what we did do is she had recorded a song that she sung for him. And so we still had it with us on Sunday. So we played it on Sunday for him in the hospital.
She has a pretty voice. I didn't realize she sang at all, and that's really cool.
Oh no, she sings very well. She's just got, high anxiety, so public performing is But she's probably gonna watch this later. I'm gonna tell her, and she's gonna get mad at me for telling people, but she made it into the 3rd round of American Idol.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
Using the song that she sung for her dad.
Oh my gosh. Okay, now I want to hear it. So.
Play it on here. That's that's
right. That was unforgivable.
Yeah, whoever wants to, that's his present. But yeah, no, we were very proud of her. So long story short, we got no help from the hospital for the entire week we were in there. But it was a very long week, a lot of driving, a lot of stress, which is why I am so grateful for Magic Making Mischief, and it allows me to just relax, chill, have fun with, one of my favorite people. And then all those who are watching and listening, you guys are some of my favorite peeps too, because you support us and we love that about you. And we get lots of, fun laughter to go with it. So we reviewed, oh gosh, I know it was, let me pull that up. See, do I have them? We did KimoKawaii 2 weeks ago. We reviewed.
Yeah, it's been a little bit.
And then we did Fan last week. And so we're at KimoKawaii this week. Go ahead.
We're backtracking on the review for this one. Yes. Okay, well, Phoenix from Dallas was like, there was craziness there. So that just needed to be discussed right away. But this one, KimoKawaii was the first weekend of June. So it was like the 3rd and the 4th. There's my pass. That's my media pass. I thought it was cool. Like each pass was different. And so I liked the media pass this year.
Mm-hmm. Some of them are downright adorable, though. It's like the guests and the vendors and the artists.
All this art, I think, is actually done by Dirk or an artist that he has specifically do, at least on some of it, because he's done. I don't have a picture of it right now, but he did the logos with the ones who worked with it, and since I've been with KimoKawaii from the first one and stuff, they did a little logo with me. And it's like anime style version of you, and it's so cute.
You would do one for me. I loved it. I like yours. So most of my stuff is packed up at the moment. 2 things that didn't make it were these little guys, and I know this one looks kind of weird because it's green. It's like a teal green, so it kind of blends in with the background. But they're a little closer. They're little baby dinosaurs that we got for $5. The other one is this teal color, and instead of the sharp stuff on the edge, they're actually roses.
They have this 3D printed, and you can hold them and they wiggle, and they're so cute.
Yeah, they don't come apart.
All right, one I'm going to buy one. This problem is I get so caught up, and I'm doing so much with trying to capture the moments that I don't get a chance to shop as much as I'd like. This is the only thing actually. My husband bought this, and he put it on his helmet because he's got his bike, and so we actually talked to these guys when the team was allowed.
Yep, we did interview them.
Hey, where are you? There you are. Oh my gosh,
there you are. There you got it. Got it. Don't move. There you go. You got it.
Yeah, okay. So this is the guys with the frog stuff, and I think there's another one here. I just gotta find it. And so they did. Is it? I don't see it. Oh yeah, it's a little meeting.
A cow? Oh no, the frog with the ramen or whatever that is. That is so cute. Who's Billy Jarvis? Hi, howdy, sir.
Hello.
So if you look at, however, if you look at the Comic Palooza one, Mombi was a little bit late because of a family issue. I did show all of everything that I got at KimoKawaii when we did that one.
Which since she packed it up, I guess that's a good thing. So
that's on that one. It's back a few of them, but I love going to them. Like for example, the ones that I got last week from Fan Expo Dallas, like the Pops of course, Merida. I have Baby Yoda stuff everywhere. And yes, I can call him Baby Yoda because I bought him.
Yeah. You know who you are who keeps telling me his name's Grogu, okay? Baby Yoda is the name.
I was also able to get another one of those D&D starter sets from Space Cadets. Guy is super sweet, and their pricing is amazing. And I got one. It wasn't just like a basic. It was a set that has like the map is in there, the little dividers in there. There's little cards for each of the different categories that's in there. It's really cool. I like it. So I'm super excited to play it. But when it comes to KimoKawaii, I'm going to go ahead and share some of the pictures that we got. Let me know when they're up.
Yeah. So
this was one of Mombi's cosplays.
Yes. Okay. So I was going for Vampire Knight because the anime theme. And so I don't know. Did I have my fangs in there? I can't tell. Yep. they look so good.
No, they do. They're really good.
Actually, it's funny because when I met Ian Summerholder at Comic Palooza, he goes, "Are those your real IG?" I swear from it. He goes, "Oh, he says, have you ever seen Paul's teeth? They're really sharp." So I was wondering, and I was just like, I don't know if he was still sure whether or not they were mine or not because like they actually do look good. So this was my green screen behind us too. I had this set up at my table up at the front there, and I forgot to have anybody that was in cosplay come up and get a picture in front of it. So if I send a green screen, please come. Tell me, let's get a picture in front of your green screen because I can make magic with this stuff as long as you're not wearing green. In which case, then I can't do that.
Then you're like a floating head. I've been there, done that. So
Mariana,
we've had her on regarding face painting.
And you can see she's got it on herself right there. I don't know how she gets that done, but it's like she has. I love the glittery ones. She does such pretty stuff. Oh, I should find that picture of the one she did with me.
Oh yeah, so definitely. Here is some of the vendors that were around the hall. There were a lot. They were having fun, like the lightsabers. I guess those are pretty strong lightsabers too. They were smacking the tar out of them. Okay, what is this thing behind us? Because
oh my gosh. Okay, so there was a Studio Ghibli theme. And if you don't know who that is Hayao Miyazaki, and he does. Actually, I'm wearing this shirt right now. This is Tortoro. So this is My Neighbor Tortoro, and Tortoro is like this friendly, sweet, giant spirit that helps these little girls in the movie, and you love him. But like, if you didn't know, they had no idea who he was. The ones who did not know, like CJ,
it's a little creepy. I'm gonna.
Like, if you, my daughter, this was her first gateway to anime stuff was My Neighbor Totoro. If you have not seen it, it is a Japanimation is not the word anymore. It's anime, but when we were growing up, it was Japanimation. Classic though, like it is a movie, and there's a whole series of these. They're called Studio Ghibli, and like this one right here, Totoro, he is a favorite. So I still can't believe you've never seen it. So Tyler. I felt bad for this because like it was he was so prepared, thank God, because during his panel he had this whole PowerPoint presentation and all this great information, and I got a phone call because my daughter had issues during this time, and so I had to deal with her first car wreck. So that was fun. It wasn't bad, and she was not hurt. Let me clarify that, but it was in the middle of this, and so my brain was totally off, and I felt super bad for leaving him. But since he was so prepared, I mean, thank goodness for that. But it was crazy. So like insanity ensued in my brain and dealing with that for like the next, I don't even know how long. And so
while I enjoyed the Fan Expo Dallas, I love my small cons. It gives us chances to actually sit down with some of the guests. It gives us chances to, talk to people and interview people and not be lost in a sea of people. This room in particular, this was their gaming room, board gaming room. Space Cadets was the one that ran that. That's the one that I said I got the D&D box from. Really nice guy.
And they have games all around that room too. When you're in there, they let you come in and like you can see the guys sitting here at this table. They would sit down and play the tabletop games, and they're awesome. I think they might have had a few set up that they did like maybe D&D or Ultimate. Something.
Yeah, I'm sure they had some presentations to do.
It's
Pocket cosplay.
It says cosplay, and we had them on the cosplayers for KimoKawaii before.
And they were part of the judging team, weren't they?
Yes, they were judging the cosplay contest, and then they had this booth set up here so you could come up and meet them, and they were so cute every day. And they're twins, right? So like they always have the matching cosplays, and it's just, I love them.
Well, it's brilliant. I mean, they're working with, you know, being a twin, and they're using it to their advantage in this situation. I liked it. There was a couple where they were opposites. I've seen before the pictures. So these guys, of course, as you walk around and we get like cosplay groups, those are not cool costumes to wear. Just heads up, they are brutally hot to wear.
At least it wasn't as hot that weekend as now. The last 2 weeks it has gotten ridiculously hot. So like the beginning of June was a good time, even though it was close to Comic Palooza. It was still like weather-wise, it was a better time for cosplay because I can't imagine wearing that now. It's 115 heat index. I mean, it's insanely hot right now here. I don't know how we're gonna make it through the rest of the summer. By August, we'll just be like baked potatoes sitting in Texas. All those people, I miss them.
But cosplaying is not for wimps. We've been to some cosplay or some Comic Cons where a couple of them have just passed out from a heat stroke. It is not for wimps. This was,
yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay, so this was I'll let you talk about the group, but this was from Studio Ghibli too, and it is Turnip Head, which is from Howl's Moving Castle. And later you actually find out, spoiler alert, that he's not just this like scarecrow kind of person. He's actually a handsome prince under a curse. And he's such a sweet character. Like you really fall in love with him. So I thought that was so cool they made him. And this was it was actually made by this group. This is a charity that helped.
It's Artists in Arms, they're veterans. And they actually had the table next to your table.
They actually had a few tables because what they do is they have a art auction. Like I think artists that are there actually make pieces and then they set them up and they auction it off. I didn't really get a chance to see them. That day was hard for me, but I feel bad. But then they have like a few activities and stuff too later on. Like even that night during Battle of the Bands, they're like, "Hey, come play this thing or something." But I was trying to cover the Battle of the Bands. It was only 3 bands this year, but we'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, that was interesting.
Okay, so Space Cadet, this is the guy. As you can see on the table, they have like pretty much every game you're looking into joining in. He has books for the D&D adventures. He has games, puzzles. Catan has been around there somewhere. That's another good one to play. There's a lot of variety in it, and Space Cadets did it well. So
I just touched the screen. Sorry, guys.
This is the man, the myth, the legend.
All right.
KimoKawaii himself.
He's got the CEO necklace on there.
And I have to laugh because of product placement behind my head. It looks like he was giving me bunny ears, but that's actually a toy.
That's what I too. Like I thought that when I first I was like, was he giving me bunny ears?
No, it was actually a toy because when we were done the picture, I turned and looked at it. I'm like, oh, okay, got it.
Now that we say that, we're both gonna have them like next time we.
I mean, I would have laughed. It's not a train smash. I thought it was funny. So this is the deal. You were actually the moderator for the various panels. Yes. Really quick, Joe Arcade Win says hi. Hi, Joe.
Yeah, I did the small panels, and they were the individual panels for each guest, is what it was. And Tyler was super nice. I appreciate that he was very understanding that I had to like leave him, and he was so organized. I'm going to tell you, like his information. Because I did set up the cameras to video the podcast, the panels. Thank you. And I haven't shared those yet, so I'm still trying to go through and make sure my camera stayed on the whole time for everything because I was in and out of this one. But yeah, he was so organized. His information was so good and detailed. It was really cool.
And what was his topic?
It was in regards to voice acting and also, I believe,
in anime. It said. I can see it in anime.
Yeah, it covered 2 topics basically. I had it on my have it on my notebook that I had there, but it's been 2 weeks since then. I've slept since then. I'm so
Directing and auditioning in anime. Got
the
it.
auditioning. Yeah, that was it. That was it. Yeah. So yeah, he basically was covering like voice acting and directing. That was it. Yeah. There you go.
So here's some more of the vendors. Basically, I went around. Is this the one?
This is the one that you got your dragon from, isn't it?
That's what I was wondering. Yeah.
Inner Gaming Circle. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's them. I can
The
see that.
dragons, they had these where you can like, he made like a tower and different designs. One was like a steampunk cat, and you can actually roll like your dice through it. And
That's in the walkthrough day one with Magic Making Mischief whenever CJ was there. So if you want to see that, definitely check out that one. And because she tried it with Peter.
it was fun. I'm a kid at heart. When I'm there, I'm playing. So it's gonna happen. Um, so here's another. There's, like I said, I went through and grabbed a bunch of the artists. Here's a good cosplay on our way out that I grabbed. They did really well with that one.
That's so cute.
This one, this lady and I became besties. She did one of those fidget squares where you keep splitting it, and you can just like infinity split it. And she made them on a 3D printer. She also had the dragons. She had some really cool ones. Some of them were like rainbow. Some of them were a little iridescent.
Her colors were really neat because they would change as you turned it in the light. She was, that's just the how the filament did it, and I'm just like, that is insane. It's like gold, it's blue, it's gold, it's blue. Okay.
I cannot tell you how many people I brought over to her table to get that little square because it was only $5. And I cannot tell you how many we actually bought. Because I'm ADD, my daughter's ADD, and my husband actually got a hold of it and couldn't get his. I got Yukita cosplay over there. She got one. I mean, I just kept bringing people over, and she's just like, thank you. It's like, if I can find a certain vendor that I know has some really good stuff, I will bring people to you.
She had some neat patterns on some of her ones too. Like you were talking about the roses on the dragon. I guess you got that one.
I've never seen one. I don't know if you can actually see them.
Wait, you can. You can see it. Yeah.
So you can actually see
that. Like roses all down. And then there's some real. I guess I got some on the video too of this one because she had some real intricate designs. It was neat.
Definitely. There were 3 or 4 cars out front. They were really cool.
Yeah, this one's Peachy's. She's so proud of that car.
She did amazing. She did great. Can you imagine she's a teacher? Can you imagine the kids in her school when she drives up in this thing?
I think that one's hers. Yeah. Right.
I would be like,
and they have a few different ones out there. I think
some of the swords were in there. There's a vendor that had swords. There's Peachy. Peachy was also one of the judges, Peachy and Fairy.
Yeah, Peachy Fairy. And they were in our cosplayer before video that we did for Magic Making Mischief right before. A week before?
2 weeks before, maybe?
2 weeks before? Yeah, before KimoKawaii came up.
Yeah, and then here's again some of the vendors. There's another one of the cars.
Yeah, okay, so that one was hers then. Yeah, because I remember this one too.
These young ladies were your greeters.
Yep.
And one of them, I believe, is connected to the owner.
Yeah, that's Kitty. And actually, I think her family too. So they were both did it. They did all the passes. They had them all. They set up all the passes and stuff. They're so organized about it. It's like I saw pictures. I'm just like, that's a lot of work.
And they had a smile the whole day, which is very difficult to do. So they were very sweet. Here's some more of like the actual vendor hall. There's Nambi in the full outfit all the way down to her yellow shoes.
Lordy. Okay, the yellow shoes are not part of it. I do not wear anything but tennis shoes with these because I walk so much. It's insane. I cannot wear heels. So much more respect to the ones who wear cosplays with like the platform shoes or the heels or the stilts. I've seen the like the Chewbacca and then also Roku from Death Note. They were on stilts one year. That's insane. Much respect. Not going to do it. Sorry.
What I'm working on next is Merida.
Yeah.
I got part of it, probably all of it except for one piece. But mine will have boots. You're mentioning the boots, just a little heel. I don't do heels. But you got to have boots with Merida. So these two young ladies are running around with a little
So this
Joker.
one was born right before Terror Fest last Christmas, and he's gotten so big, and he is just the cutest thing. I couldn't believe how big he'd gotten. He was literally born. If you see the stuff from Terror Fest last December, he was just a newborn, and so he was just tiny. I got a couple of pictures in there of him.
Can you imagine how he's going to grow up, though? Going to cons all of his life? That would be
The con baby. I was like, he's the mascot.
Yes. It's adorable. There's a few more just around the con floor. There's Nikita cosplay.
I did not get to see her hardly at all because I knew it was crazy, but I love her Erdessa. This is the light fairy from Tinkerbell.
I loved that. That's probably one of my favorites of her cosplays.
She said it was one of the first she made too. She did such a good job with it.
I thought it was adorable. Here's a few other cosplays that are running around. And another vendor. This lady did something really neat. She made like dice pouches. She crocheted them all. But
Yeah,
she made dice pouches with the 4 houses from Harry Potter.
That's cool. And she had the neat stuff. Like actually, wait, go back. So if you look like in this corner here, you see there's Torturo.
Oh, I see him next to Baby Yoda.
And little soot sprites. And I wanted to get that little soot sprite keychain so bad. So basically, that's a Studio Ghibli thing. It's these little black puffballs with eyes, and they're just the cutest little things. They're in every one of the movies. Well, almost every one of the movies. Anyway, and she had these little keychains of them. They were so cute. I think there was a Pokeball right next to it too.
Actually, there are. That one almost looks like your mic that you hang on your camera.
He does look like a soot sprite.
So this little guy is an amazing little cosplayer, and he was talking with Daniel. Was it?
Yes, because
he was in a Spider-Man costume,
and he was convinced he was Spider-Man, and it was so cute because like he just wanted to be there and hang out with Spider-Man for a while. And that was adorable. Yeah,
I mean, little guy had elf ears. He was adorable.
He's so cute. He was super cute. A little match too. That's adorable. I wish I'd have done that with my kids. Actually, probably did do that with my kids, but it was more Halloween. I didn't do cons yet, so sadly.
Okay. So here's a couple of the vendors that were around. This guy, the table is it like attracts you.
OtterTech. Yeah.
Who is that?
OtterTech. That was OtterTech. And so this was, yeah, once he lit them up and stuff, like they really caught your attention. These were all, he hand designs all the stuff to this. So each component, he puts it together to make these themed computers. And even the keyboards, like, it's neat because they're English letters, but there's Japanese letters on all the keys too. And so we got a picture, I think, closer later. But like, so the keyboards were unique. The whole stack for the computer system, like they had light up stuff. They had characters. Mm-hmm. Some of them had like almost like little screens, I think, and too. I don't remember what the theme was on that, but like it was.
Problem with these, I think they're really, really cool, but my ADD would never let me get anything done because I'd be looking at the keyboard. Oh, look at the lights; they're everywhere.
I actually asked him, can you make pretty much any theme? Because he was in the behind the scenes, like right before they opened. I actually did a little interview with them to show it off because I thought this is so cool. And I asked him, I said, can you make any theme? He goes, yeah, my first one I ever made that started it all was a Whataburger computer. And I'm just like, a Whataburger computer. Okay.
And we're running out of time, so we need to pick it up just a tad.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay.
No. So this little guy is all over the place. We met him at Terror Fest, and he came back. And of course, having a parrot sit on your head, he's very well behaved.
He was very sweet.
Yeah. So like I said, here's some of the vendors around. There's Spidey over there by himself. I have a video of him hanging upside down on the bars that the Marines had for pull-up bars.
He got in trouble.
Did he get in trouble for that?
Yes. Yeah. They told him to get down. So yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So let's go through these pictures.
This guy's stuff is cool. He actually cleaned my rings and took off like years of tarnish with this stuff, and you can like protect it. It's pretty cool.
Sparkly.
Made it pretty sparkly. More vendors. This is our guys.
Yeah.
So the one behind me is Super Hubby, aka Trevor.
So my backs are in Jasmine's face right there. That's my hubby.
So when we're together as a group, it's like super fun. We get ourselves in a lot of trouble.
It gets the guys to come whenever they're both there, though, so it's nice.
So here's another car. James Chisholm. He actually helps with Jerry Schaefer to run NerdCon. We're going to have Jerry Schaefer in mid-August to talk about NerdCon. Oh no, we're talking about Eastern Rim.
Eastern Rim, yeah. I say they do Eastern
Eastern Rim.
Yeah, so they're connected there. So yeah.
So we're gonna have Jerry on regarding Eastern Rim, and then this is James Chisholm. He helps with he and his partner Jerry. They do NerdCon as well.
Yep. Oh, and they had some great cosplay.
Yeah, well, they had some great group ones too. Some awesome vendors. This is like a hot sauce, and
that's hilarious. The skeleton.
I couldn't do it.
It's like you'll be fine.
No. Artists, crazy good artists.
She did these cups like you can't hardly see, but like the tops, if it was grass, it was all 3D, and then the characters was on it, and it was just they were fully decorated, just like the computers. So that was fun. There's a group of us. That's my little princess back there, Mio. Got Yukita in her Beetlejuice Lydia cosplay. There's some of the computers too.
Interviewing him was awesome.
Yeah, and actually, something funny is it's not a Studio Ghibli, but he did a series called Princess Tutu, and I didn't realize he was Fakir on Princess Tutu, and it's a rare anime, like hardly anybody knows it anymore, but I love that one. So when he said it, I was like, Princess Tutu. He goes, you know Tutu? I was like, yes, I do. Yeah, there was a good shot. I got it.
There's Spidey. These guys.
We had the Marines out there.
I actually have one of the Marines doing 10 pull-ups.
Yeah.
So I wish I had as well. Here are both the cars that are out there. Here's the other car that was so there were more out there.
Artist in Arms. That's a cool car that they have.
Cosplay.
That was actually that was the end of the fashion show, and that was the very end of the whole thing. They did this Japanese fashion show. My little princess got to be in there, and like it was actually really awesome. They did a great job. Peachy and Fairy were in charge, and I think they had somebody else helping them too. I forgot the name. I'm so sorry, but they said they might be doing it again sometime, and so that's going to be awesome. I hope they share with us about that. So.
When they're in charge of a cosplay contest, it's amazing. They do really, really well. Here's some of the more of those interiors for what was the company?
Otter Tech. What is
this? Because I came up with my pictures on like, I feel bad for the girl.
Gently, this is No Face. And it's funny because like he's like this weird spirit that you think might be bad, but then in the end, the little girl on Spirited Away, like he ends up actually being sweet, and like you really love him as a thing. And the guy, Bob Berger, I just said his name wrong. He did the voice or the sounds for that one as well as Porky Pig and several others, and he was there, so he was really nice. There's a good cosplay right there. They were matching, so I had to get that. That's co-play. This was her from the fashion show, but she always does good cosplay.
Good deal. Hold on.
The cosplay contest at Pop Culture Power Show, actually, for her Zelda. That is a great shot. I'm so glad I got this picture.
I love that shot. That's probably one of my favorites from the con.
Yeah, you got Gambit. That's Adam. Check him out on Let's Get Adam. I love the name that he did on his YouTube and everything. Let's Get Adam reviews.
So this is the man who belongs to Tiki.
He belongs to Tiki. Yes, he belongs to Tiki, and Tiki goes to all the cons, like, and hangs out with the celebrities and the people there. So we finally got a chance to have Tiki on our heads. That was fun. Mariana. Oh, I love this one. This was a cosplay from The Last Airbender. And it's the cabbage guy, and he became
running around the cabbage all day.
Cabbages. He actually did it for me. It was fun. He carried the cabbage all day. There's the Gambit cosplay he's got. That is Fairy. There's Fairy, and this is an unusual look for her. This I loved it though. Like she's usually all like sweet and pretty, and oh Ray Hubert, awesome guy.
Interviewed.
Yeah, I didn't. We're trying to set up an interview with him actually. So maybe I shouldn't say that because it's not set yet. But sorry, he was so tall and he had like this great voice. He's one of the voice actors is there, and he is an awesome guy. when I did his channel and it ended, I was like, he stood up. I go, oh my gosh, you're so tall. I just want to go upstairs. And he goes, I got you, girl. And he picked up the guy. I was just like, whoa, I'm going to get a nosebleed. Put me down. This is really high.
Oh no.
I was that was so funny though. I laughed so hard, and of course the camera was off, and I'm just like, oh, I'm sad.
This gentleman was walking around and he had the Old Spice. There's a button under his tray, and he would play the Old Spice song as he went through.
That was awesome.
So the brilliance of carry on deodorant in a con. In case the AC clunks out on you.
This was a great one. They did the Battle of Bands on the first night, and Vampiro James Rivera got to be one of the judges, as well as there's two others from another band, and I'm so sorry because it slipped my brain. But the Battle of the Bands ended up having 3 bands, and the returning champions could not make it back this year because they had a new baby the day of. So that's
nice,
really cool. This is him. There you go, Bob Burgoyne. I knew I was saying it. Okay, I'm so sorry.
This is her whole costume. It was adorable. Was funny. She played Connect 4. I flunked. I didn't get it. You had to beat her. You couldn't tie or lose, or if you actually beat
cheating, 2 of us together, we still lost against her. That's how bad it was. And we did an interview with her the day of, and so that's up. So check her out. She's an awesome artist and such a sweetheart and a good cosplayer too. And this is Dogfin Studios right here. They have a podcast that they do, and they're a lot of fun. So
I hear the keyboard.
There's the keyboards. Yeah, you can't really see, but there's Japanese and English letters on each one. I know we're like going way over today, but this was a lot of fun. That is her with the cosplay, or not with the fashion show. That's the Lolita Goth. So anyway, yeah. So I know we're like way over today, but KimoKawaii was overdue. So
way overdue.
So it was a lot of fun.
So really cool. Next week we're going to have Tad Wood from Lone Star Heroes comic book store. He's got a special guest coming to the Lone Star Heroes.
Lake Jackson. Yep.
Lake Jackson. So stay tuned next week, same time, same place you found us today, and find out who he's having in his store. In the meantime, get your wands to the ready.
Love you guys. And until next time, mischief managed. Bye.
Bye.